Last but not least, 1440 in partnership with something. Can't make that out. Anyway, good morning. It's Tuesday, August 11th, and in breaking overnight news, Russia says it has developed an effective vaccine for the coronavirus. Experts are skeptical. Yeah, we don't trust Russia. Need to know. Lebanese government resigns. The entire government? Lebanese Prime Minister Hassan Diab and his cabinet resigned yesterday, saying the scale of corruption plaguing the country was too big to be addressed from inside government. The decision comes amid anti-government protests reinvigorated by a catastrophic explosion last week in Beirut, triggered by 2,750 tons of improperly stored ammonium nitrate that killed at least 160 and injured nearly 6,000. The material had been held at the port without safeguards for 7 years, despite numerous warnings. Before both the explosion and the panic, Lebanon was facing its worst economic and political crisis in decades. Critics allege the ruling elite have exploited state resources, driving the country into heavy debt and causing spiraling inflation. The government is also paralyzed by a complex power-sharing agreement, and the militant group Hezbollah plays a strong role in the country's politics. Read the backstory on the confiscated ship that originally carried the explosive material into Beirut here. Mauritius oil spill. Salvage crews are racing to remove an estimated 2,500 tons of oil from a wrecked Japanese tanker that ran ashore off the African island nation of Mauritius. The ship ran aground on a coral reef 2 weeks ago and has slowly leaked at least 1,000 tons of oil into the surrounding waters of the Indian Ocean. If it ran aground 2 weeks ago, why are they suddenly racing to remove the oil? Why didn't they address it before it leaked all that out? If it was a slow leak, come on, what the heck? Crews hoping to extract the remaining oil before the ship sinks were delayed yesterday by high winds and 15-foot waves that battered the vessel. Cracks have appeared in the hull, indicating the ship may break apart. Though smaller relative to historic spills, the 2010 Deepwater Horizon spill was roughly 500,000 tons, it could spell disaster for the tiny nation. Mauritius welcomes more than 1 million visitors annually with its vital tourism sector, heavily dependent on the nation's beaches, wildlife, and reefs. See photos of the spill. Big Ten likely to cancel season. They postponed to spring. Supposedly. I mean, there's obviously a good chance that that's going to turn into a cancellation come spring if this madness is still going on, which I fear it will be. The Big Ten Conference will likely cancel its 2020 college football season along with other fall sports, according to reports yesterday. With just weeks before kickoff, the conference would become the first of the Power Five, the ACC, Big Ten, Big 12, Pac-12, and SEC, to preemptively end its season. 3 of the top 6 biggest athletic departments, Ohio State, Penn State, and Michigan, are members of the Big Ten. A representative for the conference denied a vote had taken place, and a number of the conference's coaches pushed back on the plan. A formal vote and decision are scheduled today, with the Pac-12 expected to follow suit. See the status of each conference here. The decision comes as some of the sport's top players, including Clemson quarterback Trevor Lawrence, have pushed to play, albeit with enhanced safety measures. Power 5 schools could lose a collective $4 billion if the season is entirely canceled, not including millions in local revenue generated in cities on game day. Meanwhile, the NFL is on standby to fill in on Saturdays. Danish shades for sunny days. Oh, it's Christopher Clues. As far as people go, the Danes seem to have it figured out. From high scores on income equality, to long life expectancy, to great education systems, it's hard to see why Danes wouldn't love being Danes. Coincidentally, Christopher Clues glasses are also from Denmark. Now, we're not saying Christopher Clues eyewear is the reason Danes are so happy, but we're also not saying it. Christopher Clues sunglasses are the sleeker, smarter, better functioning versions of your current shades. They're basically the Denmark of sunglasses. This is such a strategy. You want to make everybody feel bad about their country so that they'll buy your sunglasses. I'm so sure that that's going to work. Sorry. Anyway. Polarized, beautiful designs, and spring-hinged, so they hug and don't hurt your face. You'll be wondering how and why you ever bought your last pair of mall kiosk shades. And Christopher Clue's sunglasses are both one-size-fits-all and incredibly durable, so those among us who are small children, large-headed, or simply have a bad track record with sunglasses can masquerade as a runway model all summer long. If you aren't sold yet, just check out their site today. You'll be leaving with your very own competitively priced spring-hinged sunglasses by the end of the day. And use coupon code 1440 for 20% off. Please support our sponsors. In the Know, Sports, Entertainment, and Culture. Brought to you by Hey Mama. Hamama? NHL Stanley Cup Playoffs first round begins tonight in Canada with all Eastern Conference games played in Toronto and Western Conference games in Edmonton. Martin Birch, legendary British music producer for Fleetwood Mac and Black Sabbath, dies at 71. Warner Media makes sweeping layoffs, sending home 600 employees, including top executives for Warner Brothers, as part of a company-wide restructuring. Getting your daily dose of veggies is easy when you have a Hey Mama microgreens kit. Watch your greens grow anywhere in the house and use code 1440GREENS now for $10 off. Science and technology. Dwarf planet Ceres, found to have reservoirs of salt water and brine beneath its surface and may still be geologically active. Object is the biggest in the solar system's asteroid belt. Nutcatone, an organic citrus compound approved for use in repelling ticks, fleas, and mosquitoes. The chemical is equally or more effective at repelling ticks than existing synthetic options like DEET. Cool. Sounds good. Amateur scavenger hunter uncovers one of the largest collections of Bronze Age artifacts in Scottish history. Haul includes a sword and complete horse harness. Cool. Business and markets. McDonald's suing former CEO Steve Easterbrook for recovery of $40 million exit package, claiming he lied regarding consensual relationships with employees. Why does that mean that he forfeits his exit package? Because, I mean, if there's some legalese in his exit package that says that that's what should happen, then they wouldn't have to sue him. So how are they going to have any leverage in their suit? I wonder. Fortune releases annual Global 500 list of world's largest companies by revenue. Walmart and Chinese energy giant Sinopec top list. California judge blocks Uber and Lyft from classifying drivers as contractors. Voters to consider the issue in November elections. Haven't they always been contractors? Politics and world affairs. Russia unveils what it claims is an effective coronavirus vaccine, registers it for use. President Vladimir Putin says one of his daughters has received the vaccine. Why just one? Why hasn't he? Is he using one of his daughters as a guinea pig? Global reported cases past 20 million, allegedly, while the U.S. totals 5.1 million alleged cases, with 163,465 alleged deaths. See 3-day trend. Chicago police report more than 100 people arrested, 13 police officers injured as looting sweeps through the city's Magnificent Mile early Monday following a police-involved shooting on the south side. Okay, how many of those 100 people are actually going to be charged with something rather than simply released to go out and loot some more? President Trump pulled from press briefing due to shooting near the White House. Hong Kong media mogul and democracy advocate Jimmy Lai arrested under new Chinese national security law. I'm sure he saw that coming. China levels sanctions on 11 Americans, including Senators Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. Oh, I'm sure at least Ted Cruz, probably more, will take that as a compliment. In depth, TikTok and the sorting hat from Remains of the Day. A fascinating look at how an app focused on helping US teenagers create lip sync videos ended up challenging YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, becoming one of the first Chinese internet tech companies to break into the Western market. The Last Lighthouse Keeper from Globe and Mail. A profile of Tom and Anne Drew, who helped ships navigate the perilous Nova Scotia waters for years, until the Canadian Coast Guard automated the signals from the lighthouse. Committed to the peaceful and isolated life of Mosher Island, the Drews refused to leave. Are there no manned lighthouses anymore? I wonder. This is just talking about Canada, but are all of the United States and whoever else has lighthouses? Australia? Europe? That would be sad. Are you a model? In partnership with Christopher Clues. Better get used to hearing that question a whole lot more. If you buy a pair of Christopher Clues sunglasses, that is. Their mind-blowing spring hinges can fit any head shape, and the minimalistic, retro frames will have you stealing glances in the mirror all summer long. Plus, you might be thrown a surprise modeling contract on your golden hour strolls down the street. So check out Christopher Clues frames that are straight out of Denmark today. Get 20% off with code 1440. Please support our sponsors. Etc. What happens when you sneeze on the subway? Watch Indonesia's Mount Sinabung erupt for the second time in 3 days. The best meteor shower of the year peaks tonight. Shark Week kicks off with Mike Tyson subduing a reef shark. Well, I believe reef sharks are one of the smaller breeds, right? The insect apocalypse may be a little overblown. I hadn't heard of an insect apocalypse. Chris Pratt and Katherine Schwarzenegger reveal their new baby girl. Face masks are leading to more teeth brushing. Okay. The UK's top diplomatic cat retires. Clickbait. Zoomed out. Try holograms. Honestly, I think the cat one would have been better suited for the clickbait spot. History book. Author and historian Alex Haley born, 1921. Happy birthday, Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, 1950. Happy birthday, actress Viola Davis, 1965. Final U.S. ground combat troops leave South Vietnam during Vietnam War, 1972. Rest in peace, Robin Williams, 2014. There's no shame in failing. The only shame is not giving things your best shot. Robin Williams. Sometimes there's shame in failing. I mean, well, especially if you failed without having given it your best shot, then there is shame in failing. Yes, but nice, good quote, yes. Miss Robin Williams, poor Robin Williams. And that's it for Sundry News. Thank you and good night.